The theory posits that predatory pricing is what creates a war chest of monopoly profits, but at the same time, it simply assumes that these profits already exist. After examining some 11,000 pages of the Standard Oil's case trial record, McGee concluded that there was no evidence at all presented at trial that Standard Oil had even attempted the practice of predatory pricing. What it did practice was good old competitive price cutting, driven by its quest for efficiency and consumer service. The antitrust case against Standard Oil also seems absurd because its share of the petroleum products market had actually dropped significantly over the years. From a high of 88% in 1890, Standard Oil's market share had fallen to 64% by 1911, the year in which the U.S. Supreme Court reaffirmed the lower court finding that Standard Oil was guilty of monopolizing the petroleum products industry. The court argued, in essence, that Standard Oil was a large company with many divisions, and if those divisions were in reality separate companies, there would be more competition. The court made no mention at all of the industry's economic performance, of supposed predatory pricing, or whether industry output had been restrained, as monopoly theory holds, or any other economic factors relevant to determine the harms to consumers. The mere fact that Standard Oil had organized some 30 separate divisions under one consolidated management structure, a trust, was sufficient reason to label it a monopoly and force the company to break up into a number of smaller units. In other words, the organizational structure that was responsible for the company's great efficiency and decades-long price cutting and product improving was seriously damaged. Standard Oil became much less efficient as a result, to the benefit of its less efficient rivals and to the detriment of consumers. Standard Oil's competitors, who with their behind-the-scenes lobbying were the main instigators of the federal prosecution, are, along with a muckraking journalist like Ida Tarbell, the real villains in this story. They succeeded in using political entrepreneurship to hamstring a superior market entrepreneur, which in the end rendered the American petroleum industry less competitive. The prosecution of Standard Oil was a watershed event for the American petroleum industry. It emboldened many in the industry to pay less and less attention to market entrepreneurship, capitalism, and more to political entrepreneurship, mercantilism, in order to achieve profit.